Okay, so in this video, I'm going to look at a small evap leak. It was on a 2013 Dodge Avenger, and it's a good one. Basically, it's the first year with the fuel tank pressure sensor on this vehicle line, and I did the test, and it failed half the time. That's the PCM small leak verification test. You can find that test under the PCM with the high-end scan tool or dealer scan tool. It looks at the fuel tank pressure sensor, and we'll talk about it in a minute here, but I just wanted to share this with you, what I found. Thanks. Okay, so before I get into what I found, I'm going to give a really brief description of how this 2013 Dodge Avenger evap system monitors and detects small evap leaks. So any Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram vehicle is going to use the ESIM detector on the carbon canister. It's just a little simple plunger. It's mostly a mechanical device, but there is two wires going to it. One is permanently grounded, and the other is power coming out on the sense circuit from the PCM. So that circuit electrically gets grounded out when we have a normal evap system that pulls a vacuum when the car's sitting for more than an hour or two. So if it doesn't see a vacuum, it is going to set a small evap code eventually. It probably is going to take at least 5 to 10 days to set that code. And again, if it's got a small evap leak, it's going to have the ESIM detector switch not closing. So if you want to pull your fuel cap off and look at the ESIM on your data, it's going to say open. That's the same as having a leak after it sits for a few hours. There's monitor data under OBD2 monitors. If you have access to that, you can look at the thresholds for minimum and maximum time that it monitors for ESIM closed state. That's a whole long video. I'm not going to get into that. This one had a leak. What do? Well, 2013 and up is going to use a test in the scan tool called the small leak verification test. And that's in the PCM under miscellaneous functions. That test is basically going to be what gives us a yay or nay on whether or not we have a leak. It's pretty darn accurate. I will say that it uses a fuel tank pressure sensor, PURGE solenoid to create a vacuum when it's running momentarily, and then the ESIM detector. That's what it uses to run this test. It does not use the tank pressure sensor normally when it's running the monitor as you're operating the vehicle. It only uses that tank pressure sensor for the small leak verification test and for purge flow monitoring while you're driving it. So keep that in mind. The fuel tank pressure sensor should never be a cause for a small evap leak code on a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I don't know about other car companies, but that's how this one is. If it was 2012 and older, we wouldn't have a tank pressure sensor. And so life gets harder for you at that point. Now you have to go immediately to the evap smoke tester. So it failed half the time when I ran this test. It was a hot day, so I let it sit overnight, ran it again. Now it failed a little bit more consistently when I ran the small leak verification test, which looks for a loss of vacuum over a 5-minute period, looking at the tank pressure sensor and the ESIM switch state. So we for sure have an issue going on, no doubt. At that point, hook up the air tester, and we have basically, it's bouncing around, but it's really within the allowable range under pressure. But the evap system operates on this vehicle under a vacuum when it's detecting small evap leaks with the car sitting for a couple hours or more. So the downside to having evap air tester is that you're not testing the vehicle under the same conditions in which it's being monitored by the car's computer. So that's a big downside to the evap tester that shops use. And the only way I can think of around it, and this is how I find the hard ones like this one, is to actually get a hand vacuum pump and start plugging off each end of the section of line and go from one quick connect line to the other and see which one isn't holding vacuum. Typically, it's going to be either a plastic line that's got a tiny hole in it, and I'm talking microscopic leak in thousandths of an inch, between 10 and 20 thousandths. So we're going to do that. If it doesn't hold a vacuum, it's basically going to have an issue with a leak. Just make sure your gauge holds vacuum, and all your equipment is holding a vacuum. The other thing that we sometimes see on Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram small evap codes that are hard to trace down is a crack at the fuel pump module plastic on top of the tank. Sometimes that happens, but really rare for us to see plastic tanks causing evap leaks. And it's getting pretty rare to see anything on top of the tank causing a leak until it gets 10 years or older. Then that plastic starts rotting, or rodents. But this one, I smoke tested it and nothing came about. So at that point, I used shop air after I isolate it to this one little line that goes to the purge valve under the hood. And I had seen a spot where it had chafing on it, but there wasn't any smoke coming out. I sprayed it with soapy water using the air tester, part of the Evap test machine, and no bubbles. At that point, I used a leak detector fluid that Mopar makes for Evap systems, and I upped the pressure on the line to about 4 times of what normally would be operating. So instead of like half a PSI, it was like 2 PSI, 3 PSI. And then you can see it bubbling here in this video. So it was a bad evap line, but it was passing the test with the evap machine under pressure. So keep that